Welcome back. You're watching Wealth Manager. Raheja Developers has a special Diwali offering for buyers. They're offering a whopping 30% discount for their new project at Sona Road in Gurgaon. I'm joined by Chairman Navin Raheja. Thanks very much, Mr. Raheja, for joining me on the show. Before we get to your new launch, can you tell us what's the kind of festive demand that you've been seeing so far?
I think it was much better than what it was last year and what it was last year. This year we found much more inquiry, and that too from inquiry coming from actual users also. So we are looking at it, as a very, very positive trend which is now happening in the market.
So do you think the interest rate cut by the central bank has been a major factor really in spurring demand?
Definitely yes, because last 2.5 years, customers were not coming forward because it looked like there was lack of confidence in real estate market, and the properties, looked like as if they have gone out of the pocket of the home buyers, and looks like, they cannot take out that much of disposable income to pay the EMIs. So all these factors have continued for more than 2.5 years. As we look at it now, since the property prices are very low now compared with the what it was, and there is hardly any chance of further reduction. So looking into all this aspect, I think real home buyers, they have probably started thinking that it is the right time to buy now.
How much of a problem do you think is the unsold inventory issue that the entire sector has been facing?
See, because let's look at it, looking into the last complete 1 decade, or in my case, looking for almost last 3 decades, actually the demand and supply generally used to be matching, and the properties, whenever they were in the affordability of the common man, they were moving. And the last decade, after 2008, the property prices gradually started rising, and they have risen to an extent where probably the demand and supply mismatch has happened. The economy has not grown to that limit as fast, and there has been lack of confidence because of delayed projects and delayed deliveries also. So all these factors combined have actually affected, on one hand it had affected consumer confidence. On the other hand, since the economy also has not been able to give adequate growth and disposable income, so these things, because of that reason, the movement of inventories had been slow. So we do admit that inventories have accumulated, and but they are not of that level that there is a need to worry. I think the current prices, which are almost lowest, and the movement which has started will take care of it, and we will find in the coming year that there will be lot of offtake, and there may be lot of liquidation of inventories also.
So I also wanted to ask you about the prices, because they've been more or less stable and even moved downwards in some cases. But how do you see the price trajectory moving from here on?
See, the prices are going to move always in India. We have seen the prices from, if I look back at my own career as a developer, I have seen prices moving to almost 1,000 times in last 25 years. So the real appreciation is always there in real estate, because there is always a huge demand. This country has 1/6 of world population, and everybody needs roti, kapra and makan also. So 1/6 of the world population has to get home or shelter of their own. So you cannot stop it. The population growth will be there, urbanization will continue to happen. We are going to look at urbanization touching almost 50% by 2040. It's just not very far. So that kind of demand and the current supplies don't keep a match. These supplies will take no time in vanishing, and because of that, the prices are definitely going to rise the way they have been rising in India in last 25-30 years. They'll continue to rise like this because the economic growth will happen, And economic growth will trigger urbanization, employment, increased disposable income. So all these things are going to be there. India is going to be the most promising real estate market in the world.
So tell us about the project that you've launched in Gurgaon at an aggressive price cut at this point, and also what are the festive offers for Diwali from your end?
Today only, incidentally, we have launched a project of floors which are being developed by infrastructure for that is being developed by L&T and which is being developed by a multinational company from outside India. Their Indian wing is going to do the construction of the floors. And we have launched it at a shocking price of just 2,500 per square feet on down payment, which is almost 30% lower than the current market prices in the area. So we have shocked the market, but we are going to give very limited inventory only to actual users, not to investors. Only to actual users, and from here on, we are going to, the prices for the balance inventories will be decided by demand and supply. But since we had invested in the land long time back at a much cheaper price, so because of that, I think we calculated we can afford it.
So what is it that made you offer this price? Because it is an aggressive discount. Is it purely a Diwali discount for investors, or there were other factors at play as well?
No, it is a launch. It is not a discount. It is a launch at a price which can be afforded by anybody. We are offering apartments, 2-bedroom apartments at a starting price of 17 lakhs only. And even the commercials at a starting price of 17 lakhs only, going up to almost 5 crores in south of Gurgaon. And these, we have all configurations, 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, villas, apartments, plots, floors. So we are offering everything, including commercials. So anybody, I think now with 17 lakhs starting price for a 2-bedroom apartment, I think, and with the interest rate which has already gone down, we are trying to kick-start a market with a shocker, so that as Raheja developers moves, the entire market moves. The similar thing we had done in 2008 when there was a total recession. At that time also the prices were almost over 4,000 rupees a square feet, and we had decided to launch the new projects at a price of sub 2,500 category at that time also. It was similar circumstances, and we had got tremendous booking and tremendous response from the market. The result has been that everybody who booked at that time, in that period of stagnation and recession, over the years, they all gained tremendously in appreciation, and they got the best quality apartments with all international specifications, and that too at a price which is less than 2,500 rupees. Subsequently, developers in the same vicinity even launched at 10,000 plus also. But the inventory stopped moving and we saw the pile up all around. As long as we are delivering to the customers at the price they are happy with, I think the real estate market has no limits in India.
Right. And finally, sir, what are the other new projects and launches that are in the pipeline?
We have a lot of things, we keep on launching. I think immediately after these floors, which are certainly limited in number and are aimed at delivery to only actual user. After this, we are coming up with more projects in the range of 30 lakhs to 50 lakhs also in south of Gurgaon only. And we are coming up with more projects, floors, etc. on Dwarka Expressway also I think, in a very short time from now.
All right, Mr. Raheja. Thanks very much for joining me on the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Time now for another quick break. We'll come back with a wrap of the festive offers from developers in some of the major real estate markets. Stay tuned.